My name is Christopher Schimpf. Are you good at woodworking? If not, it's not that hard to get started. In a couple of easy steps, you can create a simple wind chime that will make your yard look and sound better. Here are the materials you will need to get started. A piece of paper, a 2 foot by 2 foot piece of plywood, pen, marker, some nylon string or fishing line or metal wire, very thin, and your templates of the pieces that you're going to cut out, like the body, the weight, and the sail, and we'll get to that later, for tubing. Hollow, of course. And a pair of scissors and a saw. The first template that you will be using is the body, or what you will be hanging the chimes or the metal tubing to, and where you will be hanging it to whatever you want to hang it to. First, you start out by tracing it. Make sure you have a thicker marker. Okay, once I finished the body, I went on to the weight and the sail, and I outlined both of these, the body, the weight, and the sail. And then your next step would be to figure out where the placement of your wind chimes. On the body template, I'm going to mark where I'm going to hang the wind chimes. And then when I put it down, I'm going to use an awl or just a pointed screwdriver, and then depress on the holes where I marked where the wind chimes are going to hang. And then once I did that, I marked where, with a black marker, where I'm going to drill holes to hang the metal tubing. Before we cut out the base, you need to drill the holes where you're going to hang your wind chimes. But first you have to move the piece of wood off the table that you're cutting on so you don't punch a hole through it, and clamp it down. Next you go to your mark, push down, and you start drilling. Find that I'm using a drill bit that is around the size, just a little bit bigger than the string I'm using. Using a jigsaw, you're going to cut out the templates that you made, the body, the weight, and the sail. Once you've finished cutting out your pieces, you want to take a sander and sand the rough edges of the cuts that you made, so you have a smoother piece of wood, and it'll make it look nicer and prevent you from getting a sliver. After you do that, you would paint or stain your wood, or use a blowtorch, which is also another method of making the wood look darker or older, and you can do it any way you like. Once you finish that, you want to take your fishing line and cut out pieces. I have 5 wind chimes, so I would cut out 5 of the same length pieces, and then when you have to put the weight on, you need one really long piece, probably 1.5 times the length of the regular pieces, to hang your weight and your sail. Okay, once you've cut your 6 pieces, the 5 shorter, and then 1 long piece, which is this, you take one of the pieces and you thread it through the hole that you've made, and then at the top you want to leave a little bit of space, and then tie a knot so it holds it and you're able to hang it. Now, for added security, when after you've done the knot, just use a staple gun and staple it to the piece of wood. Okay, so I threaded them through with the knot, and then I stapled the top so it doesn't move. And then I'm gonna take one of the pipes and I'm gonna thread. Can't really see the nylon string in my hand, but I'm gonna thread it through the pipe. Okay, now that I've threaded it through the pipe, just make sure the nylon is straight before you do it. And then I threaded it up, and then I'm gonna thread it back through the top and then staple it again. After I threaded all these, I stapled them on the top. They're all looped. And then I took the weight, threaded it through the weight, stapled 2 staples so it balances out somewhat. And then I threaded it through the bottom with the sideways hole in it so it loops. And then I'm going to thread it through the top. Now I have stapled it to the top and looped it through, stapled it, and now you can hang it wherever you want, and you have a beautiful creation that you made, and that you can walk outside and listen to and look at.